Hey guys, good morning. It's Elizabeth with Willow Tarot. I'm in a hotel and I've just set up my mediumship space, so I wanted to share with you what we'll be doing this morning. I am hosting a class on mediumship, having myself just completed one, and it will be a free event that will be hosted through Dallas Tarot Club, and I will post that link in a following video. Dallas Tarot Club and Willow Tarot are both my links on Meetup. So I wanted to run through something that we will be practicing in our mediumship class. Mediumship. What? Fuck! All right, let's see how that works out. So I have already done some setting up energetically and with the cards. So one thing I'll say about the class that I'm offering, it is free. It is an introductory platform for mediumship that I'll be teaching, and you will use cards the entire time. Every function will involve a card. So I am focusing on the practice using both tarot and oracle. Should you choose to attend, it is up to you. We'll be primarily focusing with oracle. A lot of the readers will be talking about it, but tarot. If you're an oracle reader, it's your practice. So come into the class. It is for you as well. And like I said, I'm using both. All right, so let's get started. So I did create a spread for this morning. And this is going to be a spread that will be used with a querent or sitter. That's the person asking the question. And depending on the modality that you use, and the modality could be cards, it could be Lenormand, Kipper, tarot, oracle, positive affirmation. It could be a pendulum, a physical pendulum, your body as a pendulum. You could be channeling. Mediumship is a form of channeling, all of this. Now, we are using cards in this class. That does not mean that mediumship has to have cards involved. You do it how you want. So this specific spread that I created is when we don't have a question for spirit. So we will begin. Now, again, I've already set up my safe space container before beginning mediumship. That is up to you if you want to do that. All right, let me give my cards a shuffle. I'm using my mediumship deck, and this is something that we will talk about in the first two sessions that we'll be holding, mainly the first one, so that we can be prepared as we move forward in our meetings. And all of my classes will have a video on YouTube, free access to accompany it, so that everyone is aware of what we'll be doing at the next session. All right. So I'm shuffling, and in my own mind. So preface, I am at the Stephen F. Austin Hotel. It's haunted, legit haunted. I've had some experiences. I've been here. It's my third day. And I'm now opening up to whatever spirit would like to come through. And you can say this out loud, say it silently. You could ASL, American Sign Language, you could sign out everything. It's totally up to you. There is no wrong. So I'm just taking a moment to envision a sense of opening. My chest, my ribs feel slightly more spread. My shoulders are relaxing, and my shoulder blades are allowing more access. And now I ask for whatever spirit would like to come through. And now I'm just sitting and waiting for a feeling. I'm going to start shuffling. Hello. What would you like to talk about? There's two primaries and a third in the room. The two primaries, one seems to be stepping more forward. That does not mean they're the one asking the question. What question would you like to talk about? So let's go ahead and pull a card. As I said, in my class, we use cards. We pulled a card. We're going to be asking, what would you like to talk about? The Hermit. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, okay, now we'll definitely be talking about this in the class. I have, I'm not going to use that deck. I'm going to use this deck. My mediumship deck. I had my companionship deck in my hand. We'll talk about that the first session. What would you like to talk about? I can see them in my mind. I'm just watching them. They're human-like. The one in the back is taller and dark, not dark skin, dark light. They're light beings, but some light is not bright. What would you like to talk about? Six of Swords. Travel. Okay. So mediumship. Because there's three of you, we can talk about each of your passing over, or is this about traveling in the realm you currently exist in? Yes, it is. I have the Hermit in reverse. It's about the realm they currently exist in. Please show me what traveling is like in your realm. I'll ask you first. They're canoeing, or no, they've got a paddle, but they're sitting at the front of the boat. I don't know what kind of boat. It's not a canoe. It feels a little wider than a canoe. I grew up on the water. I used to canoe a lot. Can you canoe? And they're at the front. You'd want to be at the rear as a solo traveler because you can better direct the craft, steer it. But this is the spirit realm. Sitting in the front, you can't necessarily control it as well here. So there's an idea of physics are going to be different maybe. To not be bound by the laws here. They do not apply there. So the idea of showing me, we'll say flat bottom boat. Not like a John boat, not that big. And there's no motor, it's just the oar. One oar. So you'd have to switch not only the hand position, mudra, right? You're switching your hand position when you go. We're doing that. We were also going to talk about how to get our words out. What the fuck? Communication, solitary existence, but you're on the water, and water meets water. Water finds water. Because they're not in corporeal form, they are not water beings like humans are. But there's the idea of flow, communication, and bonding. So while it may feel alone, that is not loneliness. A statue standing in the park is not lonely, but it is alone. What's in the water? Look down. I see fish. I see big fish. Bigger than I would have thought come this close to a boat. Like this big. The water's got a little bit of movement, like a reverberating, how do you say that? Reverberate effect. Like, have you guys thought, like, when a wave in a lake meets the shore, the water does come back to the lake. Imagine a boat going by creating ripples. That water never leaves the lake, though it does wash up onto the shore. There is always a connection, and it has an effect on the level of the lake. Barely discernible, if discernible, the water level will go down. You can argue that. It hits the shore. Before it is all returned back to the lake, there's a disturbance in the level. but it's part of the natural flow. Does a lake expect to have a boat rip-roaring through it? No, because that water was there before combustible engines. Does the lake complain? Possibly, but does it stop existing because it's a different form of existence? No. The lake continues, as do we when we cross over. It is a different form of existence. So while we may have echoes there, like fish and water and canoes and paddles, it is not the same. If you go to a museum and you look through the glass cases, they're clean. They're not fingerprinty and smudged. There's not dog snot from the dogs pushing their noses. No dogs, right? They're cleaned. If you look at that same display, but no one's cleaned it in 10 years, you will have a different view. So with mediumship, it might be a little different, the view. All right. Would you guys like to speak as a collective, or are we looking at an individual? They are individuals amongst a collective. They don't merge thoughts. They're not talking to each other like, hey, let's tell her about when Barbara went down to the corner store and got 3 loaves of bread. It's like, community is found within the individual right now in this space. So let's pull cards and see what the cards are saying. Where's my cards? Overall messages. We've talked about how they travel. So let's leave that up top. Actually, I've got my cards in front of me. Let's leave this. Let's leave our initial card up top. Then we have the Hermit. We've talked about travel. Would you like to show me more? I'm open. What is that? They put a little flag on the front of their boat. I mean, it's blank and silly. It's like, what are you saying? A blank flag on the front of the boat. It's like they're trying to put a message out. Oh, is that how they communicate in a group? They're trying to put a message out that doesn't necessarily apply to them. It's a blank flag. It's not a country of origin flag. I'm from Spain. No, the dead person. No, it's a blank flag. It's not I was non-binary when I existed in corporeal form. No, it is a blank flag. The spirits, they're showing me like finger painting, and there's 6 hands because there's 3 spirits, and they're going crazy. You'd think that it would all turn to like brown or black or just kind of become this mushy color. The colors, even though they blend, never lose their significance, their hue. The hue is still there. These spirits, even though they're doing this 6-handed finger painting canvas, they still feel as though they are each giving something to the reading, though I am attempting to read it as a collective. So right away, it's just not gonna, it's okay for me to think that, but they're letting me know that's not how it works here. So this is just something I'm gonna get my mind around. That's great. Thank you for the clarity. As a collective, non-collective, as a grouping of acorns that do not need to be grouped, what would you like to say? 4 of Wands, thank you. There's a sense of happiness and congratulatory air because there's understanding. Now the understanding to this is interesting. Like, let's say like the 4 of Wands is a party, right? But they're serving not the spirits, the people are serving alcohol. So even though we've all come together at a party to celebrate communing with spirits, we celebrate differently. Some of us are going to get completely shit-faced, start vomiting and make an ass of themselves. You're not invited back. At least not by me. Okay. That's like a bomber in a Zoom room. Others will be having a drink, but not losing their faculties. Not drinking, eating, enjoying yourself, doing what you want to do with the time that you have, the 4 of Wands. Also a congratulatory air that I'm sitting with them in an atmosphere of celebration. All right, so we're gonna pause. No, we're not, we're gonna keep going. I wanted to bring in another exercise, but I'm getting excited, so I think we'll stay with the reading. Okay, thank you. Thank you, I do appreciate that. It helps me to feel better. Okay, so let's see. Okay, what would you like to talk about? Martha, Martha. Martha, and I'm seeing a cat. An orange cat. I don't always trust colors when I see them. My sister has an orange cat, so. Oh wait, don't cats, can they, what was that movie I saw with the guy from The Matrix? It was a comic book character that he played, Keanu Reeves. And he was able to access realms by looking into the eyes of a cat. Fictional, but okay. Let me put my cards over here so I don't have to keep doing that. What am I seeing? I'm not going to take the time to explain this to you guys. What am I seeing? I've seen this before. It's been going on for years. What is this? I think I'm ready to see the next. What is this? Six of Wands. Thank you. And I'm glad that you're here with me. Okay. What if I just get off and stand here? Everywhere is safe, I'm hearing. So I can just stand right here in my mind and look around. Yes. Oh, I don't know if I want to. I'm in a moving conveyance, a carriage, or a... Hello? Are you talking with yourselves? How does one do that when you're not a collective? What do you hear? Really? Or is that how that sounds to me, or is that how that sounds to you? Both. That's fucked up. Does that sound right to you? Yeah? Okay. It'd be like if I were talking to you like, hello, how are you? Like, it's like, what the fuck? They're saying that that's how I sound to them, and they sound like that to me. Not always, but that's just how it is. Okay, so in this practice, thank you for sitting with me. The last bit is something that I've been experiencing for years that used to cause me incredible physical discomfort. Like I've almost vomited before. It's been going on for years, but now I'm no longer physically uncomfortable. So I assumed it was some sort of preparatory images that are being sent to me so that I could be more comfortable receiving them. Because again, guys, almost threw up several times when they started sending me those images. Very physically uncomfortable, not gross. Y'all get motion. I don't get motion sickness, but I was getting like motion sickness in my head. It was fucking weird. All right. Okay, so thank you for that. And I'm going to make a note in my mediumship journal, which is right in front of me, to talk about that in the class. Because the fact that they showed me that almost instantly, and this is the first time I've done mediumship with you guys that I remember. Yeah, it is. Then I think I need to spend time, 10 minutes, not right now, but letting you guys know about that. I think of it as, I'm a huge Scooby-Doo. Oh, I didn't close out the reading yet. Shit. Oh my God, I'm like, attention deficit. Actually, that's not fucking true. Attention deficit, I'm paying attention to everything that's going on. This is attention abundance. Fuck all y'all that are saying attention deficit. Get the fuck up. You know, I don't cuss when I talk to them. Or maybe I do. Not really. It's very different. All right, girls. Let's see what's going on. The hell are my cards? Oh, there they are. The reader's like, where the hell are my cards? And I mean the ones I laid out, not the deck. All right. Hey. Still talking. Hi. Hey. We're going to go ahead and close it out. Anything else you want to say? Oh, big guy in the back. Big guy in the back's looking over. You know, my God, they opened their mouth and a bunch of water came out. I mean, I think it's actually water, not vomit. Do you want me to read on that? Oh, fuck. All right. 7 of Swords, air and water are ill-dignified. 7 of Swords. Oh my, yes, girl. So 7 of Swords is one of my faves because it's probably one of the cards I've had the most varying opinions on. I feel the 7 of Swords is not, I don't like saying what it isn't. Traditionally speaking, I've heard the 7 of Swords associated with a deception, manipulation, theft. I don't associate it with that. I associate it with doing the best you can with what you have. I associate it with fabricating resources. I associate it with making sure that you're going to come out on top without harming anyone else. 7 of Swords. Water coming from your mouth is the 7 of Swords. So it's okay, you know, if someone who had nothing offered you something, it's okay to say yes and thank you and take it. Their intention is pure, regardless of what they look like, how they sound, or where they came from. Oh, fuck, thank you. Fuck, that was good. Damn. Oh, they stopped the water. Thank you. Anything else? They're just staring at me. Okay, final card pull. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, 5 of Swords in reverse. So we're gonna pull clarity on that. The Hierophant. Ooh, look at that Hierophant card. Damn, what the hell's going on? Oh, the cat we saw in the beginning. Okay, so there is, I want to be real careful here. Respect the animal. Humans are animals. Cats are animals. Respect the animal, respect life, and commune with those around you. Whatever life form, there is energy and information that that life form has the ability to share and may choose to if you are, not if you're open. You could be the most open light on the planet and not receive messages necessarily, okay? You're a beacon. You're a lighthouse. We know you're there. People see you. They love you. It doesn't mean that the spirits come in a way that you understand or see. 5 of Swords clarified by the 5 of Swords in reverse, clarified by the Hierophant to close out the session. Pick up what you have. There's no litter there, guys. It'd be like living here without corporate, telling you what to do and where to go, how and when, what to eat, what to drink, what medication. Man creates laws to govern other bodies, but you can't govern the dead. You can't govern the dead, but you can speak with them. And they don't govern you, but they'll speak with you. Oh my God. Thank you. So I'd say overall, speaking with dead people is a safe place to be. That was intense. That was really fun. Now we will learn all of this, including the safe space that I've set up, because I am going to close that safe space down once I know I'm done. Now, I will leave it up hours as long as I close it at the end of the day. You go to bed and you haven't closed your space, everything is fine. Everything's fine. We'll talk about that too. So if you guys are interested in learning mediumship with me, Elizabeth, I hope that you sign up for the class. Right now it's listed under Dallas Tarot Club. I will share that link. The deck that I used this morning for mediumship is Wise Spell, and it's called Reflections Tarot. Wild Reflections Tarot. Why spell Wild Reflections Tarot? I want to show y'all something though. So I asked, and again, we'll talk about all this. We'll just save it for the class. But I want to show you about the deck. Do you see is this the best representation? This is cute. Look at this one. Girl, I forgot that they had multiple cards. There's 2 hermits. Oh my God, there's 2 hermits. Oh my God, totally fucking forgot. I'm so excited. Okay, this is the hermit we didn't pull. Love. What is that, a tattoo? Holy shit, where are my reading glasses? I need a big, what's the glass? Magnifying glass. What is that? A tattoo of? Bitch, I bet that hurt. Right on her stomach. Whew. Damn. I don't know if she's got any other tats. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about was, do you see the sparkle coming up? That it was drawn on the card, right? So what I am going to talk about, I love sparkles. Now this is when I was choosing this deck, right? And after I started to read with it, and we'll talk about how to choose a deck when we're in class. As I was there, looking at the deck, started to read with it, the sparkles. I love the sparkles. And I was reading, after I picked the deck, because I just read this book about 3 weeks ago, Rachel Pollack, an icon in tarot, wrote, she passed away about 3 years ago, wrote a book called The Tarot of Perfection, and it's a series of short stories. So she talked about how spirits gather as sparkling lights, and she called it splendor. A gathering of spirits is splendor. A gathering of crows is a murder. And I thought, oh my God, the deck that I'm working with, that I don't say that I'm not working with it, the deck I'm communing with for mediumship is spiritual splendor. I was just blown away. Loved it, loved it, loved it. And I want to show you too. This is their 6 of Swords. A little bit different. I like it. Okay. I did forget about the extra cards. Why? I wonder how many extra cards there are. I'd have to go through and pull out all the majors, I think. Like, here's the High Priestess, but I don't know that. Why are there 2 hermits? Oh, okay. And then we'll stop, and then I'm geeking out. I know I'm geeking out. We're gonna stop. But look at the Justice card. Fireflies. Okay, that was my mediumship. That with my, what do I call it? Attention abundance. That I teach with attention abundance. Attention abundance. Yeah. And I do hope I see you at my class. I will share that link. For those of you watching this on YouTube, and you can watch all of my sharecasts on YouTube under Willow Tarot, there is also additional content on my YouTube channel that you will not find on my Marco Polo sharecast. But it's, I forgot. Oh, I'll post that link, unless you're watching on YouTube. And I will attempt to post the link. Please go over to... Sorry, I'm getting ridiculous alerts. Please go over to YouTube and look up Willow Tarot, and you'll find me. And I'll try to attach that link. I'm getting better with it every day.